There is an eye hidden deep inside your brain. It does not blink. It does not see light the way your physical eyes do. Yet, for thousands of years, mystics, philosophers, and spiritual traditions across the world believed it allowed human beings to see beyond the physical world. This tiny structure is known today as the pineal gland. About the size of a grain of rice, it sits almost perfectly at the center of the brain. Modern science tells us that it helps regulate sleep by producing melatonin, the hormone that controls our circadian rhythm. But long before anatomy gave it a scientific name, ancient cultures treated this mysterious gland as something far more significant. They believed it was an inner eye, a gateway between the physical world we can see and a deeper reality that cannot be perceived with ordinary sight. Across civilizations, separated by oceans and thousands of years, the same idea appeared again and again. Human beings possess an inner faculty of perception, an eye within. One of the most fascinating examples comes from ancient Egypt. Throughout Egyptian temples and sacred carvings, a symbol appears again and again, the Eye of Horus. To most people, it simply looks like a stylized eye. But when researchers compare the symbol to the anatomy of the human brain, something remarkable appears. The shapes within the Eye of Horus closely resemble the structures surrounding the pineal gland when the brain is viewed from the side. The curved lines mirror parts of the thalamus and corpus callosum. The center aligns strikingly with the position of the pineal gland itself. For the Egyptians, the Eye of Horus symbolized protection, awareness, and divine perception. Some researchers and historians believe the symbol may represent more than mythology. It may be a symbolic representation of the awakened inner eye, a deeper level of consciousness that allows one to perceive reality beyond ordinary senses. Whether literal or symbolic, the message was clear. True vision does not only come from the eyes, it comes from within. Thousands of miles away in India, ancient yogic traditions describe something strikingly similar. They called it the Ajna chakra, commonly known today as the third eye, located in the center of the forehead. Between the eyebrows, the third eye was believed to be the seat of intuition, insight, and inner awareness. Through meditation and spiritual practice, yogis sought to awaken this inner eye, believing it allowed them to perceive deeper truths about reality and consciousness. The idea also appeared in Western philosophy. The 17th century philosopher René Descartes referred to the pineal gland as the seat of the soul. He believed it was the place where the immaterial mind interacted with the physical body, the point where consciousness itself connected to the human brain. Across Egypt, India, Greece, and many other traditions, the same theme continued to appear. Human beings possess more than physical sight. We also possess inner vision. One of the most intriguing references to this idea appears in the teachings of Christ. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus says something that has puzzled scholars for centuries. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. On the surface, the phrase seems mysterious. What does it mean for the eye to be single? In many esoteric traditions, this passage has been interpreted as a reference to the awakened inner eye, the pineal gland. The idea is that when perception becomes unified, when the inner eye is awakened, a person begins to experience clarity, awareness, and illumination, not just physically, but spiritually and mentally. In this state, the world is no longer perceived only through the senses. Instead, awareness itself becomes the source of perception, the single eye, seeing not only with sight, but with consciousness. From ancient Egyptian temples to Hindu meditation practices, from Greek philosophy to Christian scripture, the idea of the inner eye appears across human history with remarkable consistency. Today we know the pineal gland as a biological structure, a small gland that regulates sleep and responds to light cycles. Yet its central position in the brain its unique structure, and its long standing symbolism continue to inspire curiosity. Across cultures, the pineal gland has been described as a doorway, a bridge between the physical and the unseen, a center of intuition, awareness, and higher perception. Whether understood scientifically, spiritually, or symbolically, the message behind the inner eye remains the same. Human consciousness may be far more profound than we realize. And perhaps the greatest mystery is not that this inner eye exists, but that in the modern world, we may have simply forgotten how to open it. The question is not whether the inner eye exists. The question is, are you seeing with it yet? Subscribe to Dominion Calm, where identity, consciousness, and awakening are explored at their deepest level.